Hey everyone, Tony Chips here at Chiappetta Shoes. This is a workshop live. Today we're talking about a neuroma on the left foot, and the main focus is materials matter. What types of materials, firmness, density, overall construction, it really matters. We're dealing with a D16 foot type. Right side, really happy. No issues whatsoever. We made orthotics beginning of the year. And this guy, he's on his feet all day long, really working hard. And with the way that he wears his shoes and his feet, he's hard on his feet. Our normal cadence for checkups with custom orthotics is 6 months. With this guy, we said, let's do it every 3 months just to make sure we're in good shape. Well, we saw him in July, and he comes in today. Our left foot is the main problem. He's got a D16 foot type. And he's had a kind of a nagging neuroma on the metatarsals, particularly the fourth metatarsal. As of the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's been having a shift to the outside of his foot where he's having pain on the fifth metatarsal. And looking at the wear and tear, we've got a 55 durometer T4 met pad, 1/4 inch EVA material. And he's just hard on his feet. So I think that over time, we set this up in July, beginning of July. I think that over time, he's just really hard on his feet. Normally a 55 1/4 inch met pad is gonna last at least 6 months, closer to a year. We're at the 3-month mark, we gotta replace that. So what we're gonna do is, instead of going with the 55 EVA, we're gonna go with a 55 durometer cushion cork material we get from JMS Plastics. They call it rubber cork, but this material, it's the same hardness technically, but having the cork in there should last a little longer and just be a little bit more durable. So we're replacing that on the right side. The right side's happy, but you can just see some of the material, the compression over time over the last, couple months. It needs to be replaced too. So we're gonna bump that up to a 55. So we're going 55 standard met pad on the right, 55 cushion cork T-form left. So we're not rethinking the wheel, we're just going a little bit firmer materials. We're gonna take it to the grinder real quick. Go. All right, so we're replacing the same shape with a little bit more durable materials. So when we make orthotics, we're nerds about materials. We like constructing the best custom orthotics, and that doesn't mean the strongest. It doesn't mean we're looking for 20 years of useful life. Our typical timeline and process, we're looking for 5+ years of life. 5 to 7 is usually a safe bet. Um, when we're doing an orthotic, um, how you set up the materials is really important. So understanding how we're constructing the orthotic and the materials that go into it play into how it feels overall, the durability, the effectiveness. Now, again, we are always learning. Everybody's body is different. And when we're doing a modification like this, um, we say, hey, like, we might have to change this up. And understanding materials is key in how to set the expectations for the customer. So D16 foot type is D16 foot type. Very often you're going to get a lot of pressure on that second, third, and fourth metatarsal head. There's a lot of pronation or shifting in with the arch and the rear foot, therefore pushing abduction or a lateral pressure on the forefoot. So when we have that, the materials that you're setting up with have to be strong. We have a little extra scaphoid pad. That's the same material as this. So that's JMS cork 65 hydrometer, hard firm stuff. That's one of the more durable corks that are out there. And we have this scaphoid pad, standard placement. We're doing a metatarsal pad on the right, standard. And then on the left, that's a problematic spot, we have a T-form met pad. Instead of going with the 55 EVA, we're going with the cushion cork. Little tweaks like this. My goal is for this is that we're trying to get a little bit longer life, closer to 6 months of life on this bottom piece. Overall, the orthotic looks good. We're at a little over 9 months, 10 months of wear and tear, and we're in good shape. But sometimes modifications like this just need a little loving. And when we do orthotics, we don't charge for modifications. We like to see our people every 6 months. Most other orthotic places that you go to, they're gonna give them to you and say, good luck, I'll see you in 3 years or 5 years. We don't do that here. That's what makes us the best. We like to be proactive. We like to set you up for success. We like to make sure that long term, we're in a good spot. So we're gonna let the glue sit for a few minutes. We'll be right back. This was 45 durometer EVA. We're bumping that up to 55. On the on the left side, we're going cushion cork material. Really, really nice, very durable. Materials matter. So when we're doing this kind of work, we really want to set people up for success, give them longevity. All right. Let's take this over to the grinder, smooth out the edges, and we'll be done. All right, fam, this has been a workshop live. We've got D16 foot type, fourth metatarsal neuroma issues, shifted over to the lateral aspect of the foot on the left side, T4 met pad, bumping it up. Key is materials matter. Thank you for tuning in. If you got any foot questions, check us out, chiapettashoes.com. Email us info@chiapettashoes. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ciao.